I knew the room went quiet before I even stepped inside. High-ranked officers do that to a building. They silence the air just by breathing. But it wasn't the Admiral's presence that froze me. It was the ring on his hand. A gold band, scratched. A small dent on the corner. The same ring my father wore the night he never came home. I don't remember crossing the floor to him. I only remember my voice, calm, almost detached. "Where did you get that ring, sir?" He turned. His eyes landed on me. And for a second, his entire face collapsed. "Who was your father?" he whispered. I said the name. The 4-star Admiral, war hero, legend, untouchable, began to cry. What he told me next changed everything. Backstory setup. I grew up believing my father was an ordinary naval engineer. A quiet man, steady hands, no enemies. My world died with him in a training accident the Navy brushed off in 3 sentences and a folded flag. I joined the service searching for, not justice, not then, just a place to anchor myself, a way to breathe again. That's when I first heard the Admiral's name, Admiral Rice Calder. My father admired him, respected him, served under him. I imagined Calder as a man my father trusted, a man who would have protected him. But the truth was a blade I didn't see coming. Discovery of betrayal. It started with a file, a routine audit, a mismatched timestamp, a classified folder with my father's name attached to covert operations he shouldn't have been anywhere near. The deeper I dug, the more the lies surfaced, like bodies rising in dark water. Unauthorized orders, fabricated logs, communications wiped clean, except for a single preserved transmission. We're exposed. If he talks, it all unravels. My father had been murdered, sanctioned, covered, buried. And the man who signed the final order? Admiral Rice Calder. I didn't rage, I didn't break, I planned. Shift in mindset. You learn patience when you have no family left. You learn restraint when the world thinks you're powerless. I knew I needed one thing, proximity. So I moved methodically. Transfers, recommendations, impeccable performance. I built a reputation clean enough to pass scrutiny and bland enough to be ignored. I studied Calder's habits, his alliances, his secrets. A man that powerful doesn't stay clean, and God, he wasn't. Financial funneling, off-book missions, shell trusts, sabotaged reports. Every illegal thread I found, I pulled, carefully, surgically, until I held a woven noose. Revenge wasn't emotional, it was arithmetic. Execution of the plan. First, I sent anonymous packets to Internal Affairs. Small leaks, not enough to trigger suspicion, just enough to tilt the floor under his feet. Then I manipulated the audit rotation so Calder's division fell under the strictest inspector, the kind who smelled guilt through concrete. Next came the public crack. A senator Calder thought he owned suddenly withdrew support. Funding froze, logs reopened, discrepancies surfaced like bruises. And still, no one looked at me, not even Calder. He only saw me when he walked into that room today, wearing the ring he stole from my father's dead hand. Climax and confrontation. He pulled me into his office, shut the door. His hands trembled. "That ring," I said softly. "It belonged to my father. Why do you have it?" He lowered himself into his chair like a man preparing for execution. "Your father," he whispered, "died because of me. I sent the order. You murdered him." His breath hitched. "I didn't want to," he said. "He discovered the off-book project. He threatened to expose it. I panicked. If it came out, thousands of careers would have—" "Save it," I said. I already know everything. He froze. Slowly, painfully, he understood. Every missed call from his allies, every financial red flag, every internal review that had suddenly turned hostile. You, he breathed, you did this. I leaned in, calm as a surgeon. You didn't just kill my father, you tried to erase him. But ghosts don't disappear, Admiral. They wait. He broke then, collapsed into shaking sobs, the ring glinting on his hand like a confession. "What will you do with me?" he whispered. I already did it. Right on cue, the knock came. 2 military police officers entered, faces stone cold. "Admiral Rice Calder," one said, "you're under arrest." He looked at me one last time. Fear, regret, humiliation, all splintering inside him. "You planned this?" he said. "Yes, precisely." Resolution. They led him out. The walls he built, career, legacy, power, crumbled in the span of 30 seconds. I didn't gloat. Revenge isn't celebration, it's closure. I took the ring from the evidence tray later that evening, held it in my palm, felt its weight. For the first time in years, the air felt breathable. My father didn't die in silence, and I didn't live in it. Justice isn't loud, it's a whisper, a final breath over a fallen man. And today, I finally exhaled.